That's all we're asking for. That's all we need. And as this thing goes on, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, it can't get no stranger than this. Well, I used to smoke cigarettes a lot. I cheat every now and then. Shh, don't tell nobody. And one day, when I was working, I actually used to work for VSA Arts. And our office was in Chinatown, and I would go downstairs and I would smoke a cigarette. So I'm sitting in a wheelchair smoking a cigarette, and I did not know how much money you could make sitting outside smoking a cigarette. I really did not know that. I spent all that time in college doing homework. I could have just sat on the corner smoking a cigarette and been rich beyond my wildest dreams. So as I'm sitting there smoking the cigarette, now the funny part is every time they see me they saw me with a cigarette, they would try to figure out how is he lighting these cigarettes. And you could see the question marks on their forehead as they walk by. I was like, that's for me to know and for you to find out. And so as I'm sitting there and I'm, smoking a cigarette, and apparently my nerves were really bad, so I'm smoking a cigarette, people are walking by me and throwing change in the wheelchair. I'm like, if you're going to throw something at me, throw a $10 bill, a 20, hook a brother up, throw me $100. And this guy, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, no, that's okay. Here, take it. No, that's okay. Here, take it. No, that's okay. Here, take it. I took it. So I only give you 3 chances to say no. You only get 3 chances. So this guy walks by me and reaches in his pocket and hands me a $10 bill. I'm like, dude, I don't want your $10. No, here, take it. I don't want your $10 bill. Here, take it. I don't want your money. I have a job. Apparently, if you're in a wheelchair, you're smoking a cigarette outside your job, you're homeless. And you're broke, and you need somebody to give you $10. I said, okay, so I took his $10 because I was hungry, and Burger King was right around the corner. And I thanked him for lunch, and I went on and got my Whopper. And so and I went upstairs, and I said, I can't believe that these people are throwing money at me. So I didn't pay no mind to it. It's usually an occurrence like when I was in New York, and I had a McDonald's bag on the inside of my wheelchair, and we were waiting for the A train, and somebody came and put 85 cents on my cheeseburger. I don't know where the hell your money been. Why are you putting change on top of my food? But apparently, either I just was not dressed appropriately, or I had a really I'm broke look on my face. I couldn't quite figure out which one it was. And so the guy that gave me the $10, I told the story. I thought it was funny. I went shopping. And on the back of my wheelchair, I thought, now mind you, I got paid, so the bags had names like, we had Louis Vuitton. We had name brand stuff. I see the same guy in the mall. I have bags hanging on the back of my wheelchair. The same guy, he came over and gave me $10 more. This time I didn't give him 3 chances. I took the $10. And then after he gave me the $10, I guess people felt really bad that they had not given me money. So there was a line of people throwing change and dollars into my chair. I think I made about $50 that night. I went straight to the club and had a good old time. And I tell you these things because what it did was it kind of caused the question in my mind. I was like, is it me or is it them? I started to really wonder, am I not dressing right? I thought I was cute. I had on matching shoes. I had a hat on. I was smelling good. I had a nice $1 million smile. See? So I thought I was doing all right. And the next thing I know, I got money being thrown at me, and I thought they were being nice. And so that next day, my cousin was with me. We were in the line to cash a check. Okay, if it sounds like I'm making this up, I really wish I could. The guy was in line cashing his check in front of me. I ain't pay him no mind, and I was praying to God that he did not know who I was. So he cashes his check and he goes to the side. Me and my cousin go up and I cash my check and we're counting the money and whatever. The guy stands and says, "Hey," and pulls out his wad. It starts going hundreds, 50s, 20s, 10s, 5s, and got to the $1 bill and handed me a dollar bill. I said, "Man, you skipped over hundreds and 50s and you only gonna give me $1?" I'm insulted. But again, was it me or was it him? And so I took the dollar. I have no shame in the game. Don't get it twisted. But I just thought it was very interesting how the same guy could see me in 3 different situations at 3 different times and have the same reaction. And it's sort of like politicians now. You know, they see people with disabilities and they, "Oh my God, God bless you for being so strong. Oh my God, you get up and you do what? And you married? Oh, she must be a saint." Like, dude, if I wasn't a good Christian boy, I would whoop your behind right here and right now. But I took a deep breath. I prayed to the Lord to give me strength, and I turned away and I went away. Because if you're a person with a disability and you're with somebody who may or not appear to have a disability, they always assume that the person without the disability is the one that's taking care of the person with the disability. Or like if you go to the restaurant, my favorite story is going to the restaurant with my friends, and it's 4 of us. And everybody orders. I have a cheeseburger, and they get to me and they go, "Well, what does he want to eat?" Like, are you kidding me? Ask me. "I don't know if you can talk." "I can talk enough to cuss you out. And since I'm in public, I won't tell you the words that I use." And they were very colorful. I thought I was one of the best rants that I had ever went on. I wish I could have tape recorded it. But it kept going to the point that perception about what we can and cannot do tends to be skewed because people tend to look at us like, "Well, you guys can't do anything." Like, well, that's not necessarily so. And if it was, why am I here in this store with you? Why am I living my life like you're living your life? The only difference between me and you is life circumstances. That is it. That is all. And if you put me in a position where I have Bill Gates' money, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. So I want to thank you all for listening. I wish you nothing but the best. Let's get these people to do what is absolutely mandatory for them to do. Thank you.
How about another round of applause for Keith Jones? By the way, we'd like to invite you to come back again at around 4 o'clock. Are you willing to come back and share some more stories at 4 o'clock?
Only if they'll have me.